Over 10 years ago, I was 14 years old when I uploaded my first video here on YouTube in crappy 240p quality without sound and edited with Windows Movie Maker on Windows XP, which was about this Stirling engine I built myself. Now with more up-to-date equipment, I thought I will talk again about the exact same Stirling engine. A Stirling engine works by moving air to hot and cold places with a piston, and so it increases and decreases its volume, which then drives another piston. Back then I bought this book, which is about how to build your own Stirling engine from a can, some plywood and other stuff. I highly recommend this book as it explains a lot about how Stirling engines work and how to build your own by supplying detailed plans and builds of materials. Unfortunately, this book is written in German, but you can also get a huge amount of information from the internet. Back then I had only minor experience in working with wood and metal, and I didn't have many tools which would be appropriate. The cylinder for the piston inside is a normal tin can. Inside is this big piston made from floral foam. The top is zinc sheet metal, which leads us to the main problem with this engine. The author from the book used a reusable can with a fitted lid, which was hard to get for me back then, so I used this sheet metal, which I attached to the can with hot glue. Because of this, the engine can't be operated a long time, otherwise the glue would get too hot and the engine would disassemble itself. As you can see, most of the upper parts are made from cheap plywood and brass sheet metal, so only few simple tools are required, such as a hacksaw, files and drills. The rest of the parts, such as the bronze bushings, shafts and others, are bought ready to use. The expanding and contracting piston is made from a special impregnated heavy paper, so it is somewhat airtight. For some counterbalance, there is this big nut placed in the flywheel. The flywheel and the rest of the engine is way too light, so when operating it I only can do this while holding it in place. All in all, I remember it was really fun for me working on this engine after school back then, and the fact it works shows how good the instructions are and how simple it was for 14-year-old me with limited experience and tooling.